Can you tell me any other little things that you're just doing in your day-to-day that sort of helped you get to the point where you were completely accepting of your body?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is honestly who you surround yourself with, both in real life and online. So I have gradually over the years unfollowed accounts that I feel like aren't making me feel good about myself, that are, maybe promoting like those diet teas or promoting, face tuning your body or anything like that. I've just stopped letting those influences into my life. And I started following these profiles who were all about realness and all about embracing themselves, and women of all different body types. I follow body positive women who are a size 0 and body positive women who are a size 24. And having all of those different looks represented in my Instagram feed is really helpful. And then also in real life, just focusing on the people around me who really uplift me and make me feel good. And obviously, you don't always have control over all those things, because sometimes it could be family, it could be a coworker. But removing the negative experiences and the negative people that I can from my life, and really focusing on the ones who make me feel beautiful and uplifted. And I've noticed that in the way that I talk to my friends and that I encourage my friends, they do that to me as well. And so it's, like I was going shopping for my outfits for VidCon, and I took my best friend with me, and we had a great time. I never once felt insecure about all the, tight-fitting looks I was trying on. But if I had been alone, it might have gone back to that place of that voice in my head saying, I don't think that's for you.
Sure.
But having that friend there with me who's like, oh my gosh, what are you talking about? You look amazing. That's kind of that thing for me that helps me make sure that I'm staying where I want to be and not regressing into that negative headspace.
Gotcha. And what about in terms of diet and exercise? Did you make, obviously you made some talking about your getting to your goal weight, which made you miserable. How did you adjust with this new mentality? How did you apply that to diet and exercise?
I think it was hard for me to find that happy medium, because I felt like I was either, hyperfixating on diet and exercise and it taking up so much of my time and my energy, or I was like, I don't need any of that. I'm not going to go to the gym. I'm not going to worry about what I eat. And I think I've just finally, in the past, maybe year or 6 months, gotten to a place where I really care about my health and my fitness, but not because of aesthetics. And something that for me has been like a big middle finger to society about all that is I've been doing a lot of weight training instead of cardio. And I think especially women are told, you have to do cardio. That's how you burn calories and lose weight and tone up. And doing weightlifting and squats and, circuit training that's really focused on building muscle has been really empowering for me, because when you're activating those muscles and using those muscles, you have to acknowledge your body. You can't do a squat and try to cover your stomach. You have to have it out and be engaging that core, versus, when I was just doing cardio all the time, it was all about losing weight.
Sure.
And that's been really, really empowering for me and really great. And I feel better than I ever have, really.
Mm-hmm. And a wise man once said, cardio is cardio.
Yeah.
Someone read that caption I saw the other day. I'm like,
I like that.
Brilliant.
That's a good Instagram caption.
Nice. Is there anything else that you can remember that sort of helped with this?
I think just being open to change and being open to the fact that body positivity is not a start and an end, but figuring out how to continue to grow and continue to progress that, so that even in 6 months from now, I can look back on me today and be like, wow, I'm so much better now. I feel so much better about my stomach or my arms or that body contrast or whatever it is, and just being open to that change and that progression.
Nice. And how do you think, so you've gone from being this person that was insecure and didn't feel comfortable standing in front of a room, in front of people and all that type of thing, to being a bloody legend, a hero out there for all women. How did that new mentality affect other aspects of your life?
I noticed a lot of people in my personal life changing their opinions too, and changing the way that they talk about themselves, which has been really cool, because I know I have an impact online, and I'm really conscious of that and really try to be a positive impact online. But I didn't really think about the way that my new mentality was changing my personal life as well. And I've noticed that even my mom, my best friend, my aunts and my cousins, and even my husband have kind of become more body positive themselves, which is really, really cool to see. Because I think when something is working for you and something's making you a better person, people take notice of that and they're like, how do I do that? How do I get that? And I think that's another reason that I think body positivity is for everyone.
Sure.
Because we all need that. We all need that self-improvement.
Right. And what advice do you have for people who are sort of maybe looking back at you going, damn, like, how did she do that? Like, I see how confident she is now. How do I, a person could, whatever body shape they are, they could not feel comfortable with themselves. What's your advice or a couple of things people can do to sort of become positive?
I see that comment on my videos all the time.
Mm-hmm.
How did you become confident? How do I become confident like you? I want to be like you, but I just hate my body. And I think the first thing to realize is that it is never actually about weight or size. It is always about the mentality, because there are girls who are, tiny, and they are insecure, and they wish that their body was different. And, someone who's plus size might look at them and be like, well, what do they have to be insecure about? If I looked like them, I would be so happy. But you wouldn't, because that's not what it's ever about. And that's why I think that the idea that weight loss is going to fix all of that is so difficult, because it doesn't. It's really a mentality issue. So I think the number one thing is just identifying that it is an issue not with your body, but with the way that you're thinking about yourself. And once you identify that, it's a lot easier to be more positive about yourself. And starting with those little things, like instead of saying my body is wrong when you try something on that you don't like at the store, being like, no, the clothes are wrong. My body's fine. This item of clothing just wasn't right for it.
Yeah.
And
Hollis just needs to get it together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just not making it about the issues with your body, but making it about the issues with the clothes.
If you like what you saw, make sure you check out some of our other videos right here, and also be sure to subscribe to our channel right here for new videos coming out every week.